It's week 7 of the
It's
NFL,
raining though.
and we'll see
I
Drew
just couldn't
Lock.
help
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Giants and the
it. I
Eagles
didn't even
coming up
want you.
next.
Saying
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
we could win.
Just an
I
all-around
keep
great
trying.
performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Now we'll take a moment to check out his
Did
numbers
they
on the
lose?
ground from a week ago.
Oh, every dude beat down.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
They got too many stars.
They send a tight end in motion. 2nd down, here's an option to the right. He's contained at the line for no gain. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Here they come, this is 3rd and 5. From the pistol, Hurts. And it's incomplete.
That's good defense.
There's the importance
That's
of
what we
staying in
need.
phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem.
I want to see his.
So out
How
come the
bad
Giants,
is
their
it?
first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out in his 6th
That's
season in the
not
league
too
now
bad.
is their quarterback.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life for the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Tracy once more. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Zach Bond with the tackle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He's got him. That's Tracy. And he'll pick up enough to
My
move the
guy
chains.
ran to man.
So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Let's go. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game, and sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here we go. Throwing his lock. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on,
We could have
because
said
of the play
this
just
thing.
like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Going to the ground again on first. Breaks the tackle, still going. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this group could finally get this piece down.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. They go right back to Tracy. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Sheds off a rusher. Looking
Man.
at zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
The kick by
Well,
Gonzalez
3.
is good. And that will get them on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Smith on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And he's been a frequent visitor to the end zone over the first couple of months of this season. Right now actually leading the league in rushing touchdowns. They've got
Well,
first down from the
He
31.
won't get one.
Hurts now from the gun. Goddard makes the catch. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have it on 2nd and short. From the 41. He's got Devontae Smith. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hurts throwing again.
That was a bad pass.
Right, it's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And that will not be enough for a first down. Well, hold up. Nick Sirianni going to have the officials look at this one again. He's throwing that challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football. And that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
So upon further review, they get a more favorable spot, and that's enough to give them the first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down. Now Hurts. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he's able to drive this to the 29.
Oh, he
before the
is
stop.
fast.
They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Running back sent in motion. First down throwing for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He'll get this one to Brown. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Hurts looking to throw. Flushed out. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Trying again, following the set. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lay up past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now. Has his man, it's Tracy. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he'll be touched down after a big play. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. 1st down, ball at the 36.
Let's go.
Locke looking to throw. That one is incomplete.
Spear.
Hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Lockdown. Gets this to Johnson. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find
Always
a way
a
to convert.
hard.
To throw, here's Locke. Pass cut by Tracy. And they had that one contained right at the line. Kobe Dean in on the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back now, pressure on its way. Has it down close. And that's a New York touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. A tight end in motion now. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. Finds a seam.
No. He's too fast.
The Eagles take the lead just before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on.
We should have
And the Eagles
not
take a
called
4-point
timeout.
lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Let's go now. He's back to throw. Rolling out to his left. Now he fires it deep down the near sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. And with a
We could have been
button,
winning.
we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Giants and this running back headed back out for a new series. And he's been used as much as some of their top pass catchers this season. Look at this. He's sitting second right now among all NFL backs in receiving yards.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Locked to throw it. He's got him. That's Tracy. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
It's incomplete. Risky throw to the sideline. They're lucky that defender didn't keep on going down the sideline there. It's going to be second down.
That's the worst pass I have seen.
Throwing his lock. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The Giants ready to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. Philadelphia
We still got a
back out for another
chance.
drive. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense to the line for second down. Hurts setting up to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Easily
Are they really waking up now?
for a lot
What, they did
I think
try?
that tackle prevented
Now
something
they
that's
are.
going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
That's stupid, man.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And they get this down to the 28.
Dang it.
They have themselves another first and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. Rolling left, buying some time. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding. Offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They'll run here following the penalty. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Couple yards there on second down, and now a long ways to go on third. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And a 4-point lead, it shall remain.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting it?
He's going deep this time. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. So now it's going to be third.
Why are the Eagles so good?
Here's Locke. Dumped off to his running back.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And that boot will instead be what starts our fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the third. The Giants are set to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And they'll get to this one right around, actually exactly at the 15-yard line. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock. So some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. They kick the running back in motion.
Really?
On first down, Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I don't know why they don't.
No dice on that prior
Yeah.
pass. Here's second down. Barkley trying this up the gut. And this one doesn't work any better. Defense there to drop him at the line again. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Running back, motioning right. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Completed here to Uzama. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. And he drives this into the pouring rain.
What am I doing?
And they'll be backed up to begin this drive. Great work by the punt team, downing it at the 7. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense all set to get started. Lock. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 16. Setting up the screen. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, Kate, it's one thing to get a player out into space. It's another when the defense sees it coming. No chance there for the running back as the defense defeats the blocks before that screen could ever get started.
That heater is going to fall to the turf. This one intended for the running back. And 4th and 4 coming up. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. Markers reset, ball at the 37. The Eagles about set to go on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They did it! He made the interception! And the Giants have some new life!
What the hell happened?
Well, nickel has really become the base defense for so many teams in the league because the passing game has become so prevalent today. It really makes it so much more difficult to find an open throwing lane. Gives defenses
Oh, that is unlucky.
Passes just like that.
Now here comes the New York offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go now.
Throwing from the gun here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a gain of 29 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Luck to the air. This one falls incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. Has his man. It's Tracy. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He'll throw it. He has the 1st over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants losing by 4. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Tracy. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line.
No.
Back-to-back stands at the goal line, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Here's Singletary again. And he's brought down for a loss. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs.
No touch that. No touch.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's tackled for a short gain. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. Defense with an excellent opportunity and a stop here on 3rd down. Setting up to pass. Able to find Dotson here. And they
Well,
finally
we
bring
lost.
him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Eagles take a knee. They're going to let the seconds tick away in this win.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win.